completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And here's a give to Gibson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wentz to throw. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A handoff for Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Gibson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Gibson again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out as they have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better, because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Chargers ready to take over. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball start. Offense.
That's already 4 penalties right now in this gameplay. Already. I started in the second quarter so I could try to get the end of the game, just in case it's a close one, so y'all can watch it. Already 4 penalties. Realistic sliders on the planet, baby. Period. No matter what set you want to play on, what difficulty you want to play on.
5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. It's complete to Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Herbert. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. first down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Eckler now between the tackles. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. They've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Both these teams no doubt making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Fields it right around the goal line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's got it to Gibson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
My bad, people. I had to put these notes in that I'm going to upload this video. The best sliders on the planet. Period. Best gameplay on the planet. Best experience on the planet when it comes to a virtual NFL game. Let me shut up and get the focus.
Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You better bury him. If you get him like this, where I got this team right now, you better bury him. Because if you don't, they're going to come back and beat you. Just like in real life. Look at the graphics. You got to have that 1080p on your PS5. Put it in or better. You can have the best of both worlds. You can have 60 FPS per whatever the hell that shit mean on your PS5, playing any game that you play. And you can also have the resolution mode come with it. I'm going to leave the link in the description.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Wentz. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. More from L.A. in a moment. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Wentz now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Make sure you use a lot of zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And not much
Rough in the
happening there.
pass.
He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
At least it wasn't me.
Sometimes we talk about the lengths officials. Sometimes
I would feel better if it was.
Quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Eckler. is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Eckler again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's not going to get in.
Nope. Nope. And nope again.
Fullback pounded in between
the
tackles, but he stopped up short. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Here's Gibson to start the drive. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not.
God damn. Damn.
About getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Pulled in at the 24. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Palmer. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Wentz now on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jerry Tillery running in there and setting him down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again.
Hold on 1 second. I'm looking at the comment of one of the people that played the game. Eaglesburg, you said hide the set. 1 sliders are way too easy. God damn, boy, you a beast. Need feedback, please. Damn. Okay, I got something for you.
15. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there. So getting up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. Play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Oh my God, I can't believe I did that shit. Damn.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Wentz going to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Dummy. Give me that ball back. Give me that fucking ball back, dummy. So realistic.
Got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Hold on, I got a guy that I want to make sure I'm giving him the right information to put in, because he said, Eaglesburg, you said that the set one All Madden Sliders was too easy. I can understand that, and I think I know exactly why and what will work for you. Okay, so in my set one sliders, I have this bumped up to something like 60, and then I have this at like 14, and then this at like 52. So I want you to bring them down. I might need to make another set. Yep, I might just make another set, post them up, if I get enough people that, tells me that it's too easy. So let me see, pass reaction time. Interceptions. By the way, this is a fun ass game I'm playing right now. 8. And pass coverage. Put pass coverage at 46. Work your way up as you need to in 1 point increments. Consecutively.
Defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Gibson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slow them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Once more, Gibson. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing is Wentz. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Slide for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Chargers on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll run for it with Eckler. Nifty move. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And able to get this to the 31.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Let's roll the car before the storm. Let's rock and roll. Who's gonna make a
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. They'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Again, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Ball start, offense.
Rashawn Slater, 1st-round pick in 2021, guilty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Herbert now. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Allen has it, left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Y'all see how many penalties have been in this game? That wasn't even me. That was another person. There's been a total of about 10, 11 penalties in this game. Y'all, I didn't start the game, in the 1st quarter and part of the 2nd quarter. There's been at least 10 penalties. You will never see that on the ball. Never. Go down. Go down. Lay your ass down. Realism, baby. Appreciate the feedback. Eaglesburg. I done just left you with the recommendation.
That he simply would not be denied.
If you're watching this video here, I know I got the best sliders in the world, the best gameplay, but the feedback is welcome because it's going to make it even better in the sense that it'll reach all more ranges of people. You people out there that can play this game because there's so many different levels of, difficulties out here, especially with All Madden. All Madden, like I had to make 3 different sets with All Madden because it was such a